was pretty close on stage 1. In the end, he finished 7th, but he looked really good in that sprint. That was a proper traditional sprint, won by Olaf Koy on Monday. Yesterday, we had the uphill finish won by Paul Lapierre that gave him the race lead. This is stage 3, the stage we badged as being potentially the Queen stage. Well, we've had a very strange finale with a nasty crash coming 15 kilometres before the end. Long pause of about 10 minutes. We haven't seen the race leader, Paul Lapierre, yesterday's winner, the yellow jersey. We don't know where he is. We just hope he's all right. And the other riders involved as well, too. As we watch these 3 still hanging on, let's call it 3K to go. I think they've maybe got a little bit more of a sense of the bit between their teeth. Milesi's got his head down, and they are certainly putting up a good fight and hanging on to this lead.
Yep, it certainly are. I said it at the start when this break was reset. It's never easy for the peloton in this situation. The breakaway always just finds that little bit of something extra, and it's always full gas all the way in. And when you look at the breakaway, it doesn't look like they're moving so fast in comparison to the peloton. But they're holding this gap, and they're all now committed.
Okay. Now we look back at the front, it is still the same riders, just swapping turns. There's an awful lot of riders there. I'm getting information that my pick, Mateusz Wacek, is not in this group. So presumably you would think maybe involved with the crash, or possibly in one of those groups behind, having sat up. But we'll see. There's plenty of his team there, though. We see 3 or 4 at least of the Lidl Trek riders off the left-hand side. They were moving up anyway. Where they've gone now, I don't know. It's a bit of a messy shot as we watch this. The peloton coming towards us. I'm just starting to wonder where there's a little bit more of an opportunity for these 3 to survive, Matt. There's no GC tied down to this. Diego Ulissi, normally in these kind of environments, is absolutely deadly, but it cannot get tactical. The one thing these 3 can't do is mess around tactically, Matt Winston, at all, can they?
No, not at all. They really cannot afford to do that. But there is still only one rider from Visma Lease Bike at the moment on the front of the peloton riding. Jake O'Lula sitting 2nd position. They're for sure not going to ride. So this could go either way at the moment. 13 seconds. This is the last little kicker that they go over. They're going to go now back into downhill, which is going to take them to 1 kilometre to go. So they almost get free speed now for 900 metres as we see some attacks from the peloton.
Yeah, here we go. UAE Team Emirates lifting it up. There's one of the Soudal-QuickStep riders with them. 3 riders going off the front, but it is being closed down behind as well. So, unfortunately, these little flurries, in fact, I say that, 3, that's actually a group, I think, going off the front. Don't forget, no general classification attached to this. So now we've got a group of 10 riders here. Perhaps those who really want this, oh, dearie me, Ineos Grenadiers have missed it out. They've got Ben Turner on the back of that string, but they've missed this lot, I think, going off the front. They don't have anyone in there. We might not even get close enough to see who is here, but it's looking like they're about to catch these 3 as well, probably just as we're getting close to the Flamme Rouge as well. Big effort by those 3 after the restart. They've done well to survive even this far, but the catch is just about to happen.
Yeah, and it looks like there's a rider from Visma Lease Bike that has tagged this group. Is that Matty Brennan there? As it's Soudal-QuickStep driving the chase to come back to the 3. It's all going to reset now with this big group off the front that's got 3 or 4 seconds. But the Ineos Grenadiers with 1 kilometre to go, just before the road's going to start climbing back uphill again, in the chase.
And don't forget, everyone, this is nothing to do with general classification now. We don't need to worry about gaps back there for the GC. This is purely about the stage results. The purest of racing you'll see in a finish like this, despite the big stop. And they're just caught. Ulissi looking round. He might still have something to give from a group of this size, but the gap is being closed up behind by the Ineos Grenadiers. I think it might just come back together here on the rise to the finish. If someone from that front group wants to make advantage of this, they've kind of got to do it right now.
Yeah, they certainly do, and it is Matthew Brennan there from Visma Lease Bike that's in the perfect position, just cruising around in the first 5 guys here. But it's Ineos Grenadiers now that have reset this race, and they're going on the left side of the road.
Yes, they are. Everyone wants Matthew Brennan's wheel. Here goes Michał Kwiatkowski as well. He's ready to launch. Peo Bilbao is ready in there too. Suddenly the sprinty lightweight types come into play. Michał Kwiatkowski, as he did yesterday, leading in. He's got Ben Turner right in behind him as well. Ben Turner's there. There's one of the Lotto riders too. I'm not sure that isn't Jasper de Boost. He might fancy a go at this as well. Here comes Peo Bilbao down the outside. Peo Bilbao going for it. Ben Turner's out front though. I think Ben Turner's going to go this. He's got the jump and he's done it. Ben Turner for Ineos Grenadiers has turned what could have been a dodgy moment for them late off, missing the gap, into a big World Tour win. Wow.
What a finish that was from the Ineos Grenadiers. Fair play to them. They stayed together. When that group went clear, there was a moment where you could have jumped in there and made yourself nervous. They just stayed calm, stayed to the plan, rode the gap down. The lead out came on the left-hand side of the road, really well timed. And then what a finish from Ben Turner. Once he started to sprint there, no one was coming near him.
Biggest win of his career on the road, no doubt about that. But it's not like we hadn't seen this coming for Ben Turner either. Look at that, and he got a gap. Actually making that sprint in a way look a little bit like Paul Lafera's win yesterday. That little gap over Pello Bilbao, and I didn't quite see who the little Trek rider was. I think that might be Baggioli, actually. Andrea Baggioli, I think, taking third.